Hi everybody, good morning and welcome to Stormtopia.com. Let's go over the latest on the potential low pressure system that could be a major problem for the East Coast. Still a big question mark, but here's what we know. A major East Coast snowstorm, not likely. The best chance for any snow would be in the interior, be it in northern New England, the Appalachians, or the Ohio Valley. An intense coastal storm is possible. I'm going to show you some models that are depicting that, and I'll keep you updated. Now, real quick, let's go over the weekend forecast. Beautiful weekend. Today's forecast: crisp fall and calm and great 60s and 70s for most. Much of the same tomorrow. Pretty chilly though. There's going to be Alberta Clipper moving off to our west, so watch out for that. But otherwise, just a mix of clouds and sun and a really great day. Let's go over what some of the guidance products are showing right now. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to start you off with the GFS. Alright, we're going to go GFS Euro Canadian. So here we are out to the 15th of October. Well, this is today. And you can see we just got a massive cold chunk of air back in this region that's just ready to go kaboom if a storm interacts with it. It doesn't interact with it for another 5 days. Here we are to the 17th. Still got that cold air in place, but we don't have a storm yet. Here's a little storm developing, sort of along a warm front back in this region. We got cold air streaming into it. And that fades, but here's our coastal low. This is what I've been talking about, you guys. Off in this corner of your screen. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to zoom you in. And here's that coastal low. It's developed right here. Alright, this whole region. And it sweeps through this area, pretty intense, okay, 996. We're likely to be seeing some gusty winds and heavy rain, not a big deal, right? We've seen minor nor'easters before. But as you get into the Euro, and you get into the Canadian, you realize that this has the potential to be big. Here we are at the European. And what you notice here, we got a storm developing, our low is in the deep south, we've got a massive cold chunk of air back in this region that's ready to interact, and that's exactly what they do. And now here, the big difference between the GFS and the Euro is that the European is dragging moisture from the Gulf and from the Atlantic into the storm, and the GFS is only grabbing that moisture from the Atlantic. Therefore, it ends up being a stronger storm. We've already got a 998 low pressure system in the middle west of Richmond, and it just pounds this area with tons and tons of rain all the way back in here. I mean, this would be a ton of rain. Alright, at least 2 to 4 inches. And if you're looking for snow, this is the 540 line. Okay, here's the low pressure center. It's really not that close until you get some wraparound snow. And this is back in the Ohio Valley region, so this might be the only area you'd be able to get some decent snow. Might be. Now, here's the most impressive model that we are seeing right now. One thing I want to say here is that I'm not a model relayer, so to speak. I don't base my forecasts off models. All I am doing is showing folks what the guidance products are telling you, because it can sometimes be difficult to interpret. Let's take a look at the Canadian, and my normal nice maps are not available today, so this is all I have. Here we are out to 120 hours, and you can see we have a cold air over Canada. Alright, that's ready to cause some problems. We have the storm developing. I'm going to switch you over to the precipitation, and you can see that if I zoom you on in here, you can see we do have a pretty intense storm already developing back in here, and you can see that it's got plenty of Gulf of Mexico moisture and Atlantic moisture begin to cause some problems. So as we switch you on over to the heights map and the low pressure centers map, kind of hard to read as we go on for time, you can see this storm just becomes a monster. We're talking 980 millibar low pressure center. I'll zoom you on in here, and I mean, this is just amazing, guys. This whole storm evolution. I'll take you down over to the precipitation plot, and you can see that we've got very heavy rain pushing up through the northeast. This would be comparable to the November 2009 nor'easter, which was huge deal for the southern mid-Atlantic and the North Carolina Outer Banks, and we are at the same time seeing cold air interacting. So as we get it in through time here, we go to the next frame, you can see what it actually tries to do is bring some more of that wraparound type snowfall back in this region. But that would not be the big deal. The big deal would be beach erosion, heavy rain, heavy winds, and just all together huge coastal impacts, okay? Now, the Canadian is not our best forecast model, but, we just have to monitor the potential, and it's not the only model showing the potential for significant nor'easter as we get on in towards the 20th of October. So stay tuned, everybody, and stay safe out there.